episode, we want to highlight the Marina lifestyle. So we're here at Southport's Ensign Shipbrokers to have a look at the higher end of the boating world. Let's go and have a chat with the Managing Director, Tony Ross, and see what he has to say. G'day Tony, how you going?
Hi Bernadette, welcome to Paradise here at Mariner's Cove.
Thanks so much for having us.
Pleasure.
It's a beautiful day. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
Great day to go and look at some big flash boats.
Absolutely, let's go.
Let's go.
Well, Tony, what an office. This is brilliant.
Not half bad, is it?
This lifestyle is great. I mean, you've got the, obviously you can pull up your ship and then head over to the tavern or the...
No, the boys that work here have got it pretty good. They work out of the floating office, so they've got a great view. I've actually lived on this marina for a while. It's a lifestyle that, seriously, once in your life, everyone should experience living on a boat. It's a whole different way of going about things. Different things matter. It really, all of a sudden, food becomes the #1 priority. You wake up in the morning and you go for a swim, and then it's about what's lunch, what's dinner. Food really takes a whole different importance in life. And, most marinas are usually near some high-quality restaurants. In here at Marina Mirage and Mariner's Cove, I mean, we've probably got 11 restaurants, all within, a tennis ball throw of your boat. It's a good life, it really is. You just got to watch what damage you do to your kidneys.
And what would you say, like people that come to visit, how long would you think that the average stay would be?
Every marina is different. Some have more of a transit population. So this particular marina here, most guys stay here for usually only about a week at a time. And then you'll go to some marinas that are further up the coast, and they're much more likely to be there for a month or two. Mainly because they do a bit more exploring around the area, and there's often only one marina per town. On the Gold Coast we're very spoiled. I think there's like 16 marinas that you can choose to pull up at. So a lot of them really do marina hop on their holiday. You just can't beat it.
And there's regular sort of race days usually from marinas?
For the yachts guys down here, we race every Thursday, twilight racing, and then they race out in the ocean most weekends. But even the powerboat guys, they have a lot of fun events that they race out at the yacht club, which is just down the end here. So you can get as involved in the boating side of things as you like, or you can use it as a mobile home and tour Australia's east coast and really just have a fine time. Yeah,
and real novice boaties or people that haven't had much exposure or the opportunity to get out on the water, is there the chance for the average Joe to be able to do that?
Absolutely. Most marinas are designed to be very easy to come in and out of. So this marina in particular, people who are a bit nervous about berthing their boat, they pull up on the visitors pen, and then they have a valet service, and we'll actually go and get the boat and park it in the pen for the client. So someone who's never owned a boat, within a few hours you can really get them up to speed where they can start enjoying the boat, because a lot of it is about being on the boat and not necessarily about the manoeuvring and going out to sea. At the end of the day, not a lot of people do the big trips that you read about out at sea. A lot of it is about the lifestyle that's attached to the marina. And the trip from here up to Sanctuary Cove is a 2-hour run, and it's a whole different experience again. And every marina has its own community spirit, and most of them have their own tavern nearby, and it's a pretty casual way to live, I can tell you. But if you like, I can show you what the big end in town lives on, and we can see just how flash some things are.
That'd be fantastic.
Come on down. So come on board.
Okay, thank you. Well,
so what do you think, eh?
Yeah, thanks for having me aboard. This is just amazing. It's such a nice surroundings and so relaxing.
Yeah. I mean, the breeze, and you look back, it all changes when you're actually on board. And look at this. This is the way to live. You get on board here, you bring your fish down, barbecue away.
That's fantastic.
It really is the lifestyle.
So you just whip up your line, whack it straight on the barbie.
Straight on the barbie,
good
get
to
the
go.
hose out, hose it down, and go on an afternoon nap.
Well, that's the best thing about boats, isn't it? I mean, you could just you literally get your hose and you squirt it out, and it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah, excellent. So, so what sort of boat are we on at the moment?
This is a 52-foot catamaran that was actually built here on the Gold Coast by a local firm, and it's really designed for guys who would probably want a coastal cruise, but really want to take all of the comforts of home. So it's a fairly luxurious vessel. There are some that are probably a notch above, but it's aimed squarely at probably the 45 or older market who have done a bit of the boating, and the wife's come along and you want to go away and bring family and friends, and you don't want to leave anything behind. It's got both stereo sound system, all of the stuff you need for a great weekend away.
So if you were going for a weekend away, what sort of passenger number comfortably?
You comfortably fit 6 people on this boat, and everyone's got their own toilet and shower. It's all separately ensuited.
Wow.
Come on through and I'll show you the master cabin.
Great.
Every boat's a compromise, so some have a lot more storage than others, and some have a lot more gadgets and gizmos, and some are more party boats, and some are better at sea. But for every owner, there's a boat out there that's designed and built for their needs in mind.
Well, I wouldn't complain if this was my boat.
Me either. So come on up, Bernadette, and this is where it all happens.
Here we are on top of the world.
Pretty much. As you can see, the view is pretty awesome from up here. So this particular boat's got, like most of the luxury vessels nowadays, the latest in avionics, which really means pretty much anyone can really find their way up and down the coast. It's autopilot, got all the ModCon gizmos, and this is it. Believe it or not, this is the whole control for the vessel.
This is easier than my tinny at home.
Absolutely it is. Fingertip control, all electronic, it really is easy. Come on out to the back deck.
Okay.
Another great place for a barbecue or to catch some rays.
Yeah, absolutely glorious, especially on a day like today.
Yep.
So, Tony, how fast does this baby go?
This one does about 26 knots, which is actually pretty fast for a boat of this size. The really tricky bit with this particular boat, which is why it was designed and built, the whole ethos was on being a very economical boat. Traditionally, a boat like this would probably want to run twin 800 or twin 1000 horsepower engines. Believe it or not, we've only got 2 315 horsepower engines in this boat.
Okay.
And it still does these speeds. And it's really about the hull design, which again was done by an Australian guy and built here on the Gold Coast. So it's something to really be quite proud of.
Yeah, absolutely. So how old was this boat then?
It's just on 2 years old.
Okay.
And as you can see, it's been well and truly loved, and it's done a few trips up the coast. It really is a very nice boat, perfectly designed, as I said before, for someone who wants to do a nice economical trip up the coast.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we said before, plenty of room for the family, and
Yep.
cook up your fish on the back deck.
Yep,
Fantastic.
good all-round boat. I would like to show you another boat here, which is almost identical to the one that I lived on for a while, which is a very romantic, fun boat. And there's a sports boat down here I think we should have a look at as well.
Great, let's
Okay,
go
let's
check
go.
it out.